Congratulations on the victory. How are you feeling with your performance out there?
I don't have words right now, to be honest with you. Just kind of stuck right now, disbelief, but probably in a couple hours I'll let you know. But right now, just living in the moment. Can't believe it's real. That's what I should say.
Is that it? Just because of the win, and not so much just because of your performance, or you're not feeling it, or is it just the overall emotions that this night meant so much for you?
Man, 14 years to get here. And I'm here now, so that's the crazy part about everything is it's a surreal moment, I mean, you can play these moments in your head a bunch of times, and now I'm like, I did it, and I can scratch that off my bucket list so far.
A lot of times people have that visualization of what that walk into the arena or the floor here is going to feel like. Do you even remember that moment, and were you able to soak it in? I know your family was here. Were you able to see them on the walkout? Describe that walk-in for me.
No, the walk-in was it was my time, and I was just walking through, and I was just happy. It's finally my moment, man. I made this walk so many times with other UFC fighters, and it was just my turn, and I had to soak it in this time. This is the first one, and then when I got in the cage, I saw everybody. I saw my mom. I seen the faces I need to see, and after that, it was just ready to go.
I mean, I guess it's tough to think about the journey, but if you had to sum up the journey to get here, what's it all mean to finally get here and you got that W? When you look back on the journey, I'm sure there's lots of ups and downs, but tell me a little bit about how you're feeling just now that you've got there and you finished that dream, or at least you started your dream.
Hard work works, If I got to be a testament to the end of my career, hard work works, And, we're not going to be able to figure out this puzzle piece eventually, but, it's like a Rubik's Cube. But, you keep going, and you're going to solve it. So, and I feel like I finally saw that piece of that puzzle, and it was always mentally, it was always me and myself. So I finally got it done.
And part of a Rubik's Cube, is having that opponent across there and what they possibly can bring, What was the game plan for him? Is there anything that he did to surprise you out there?
I think game plan was more so, it was a lot of my mistakes, that I made in Contender Series. I'm not going to go over those details because someone might use it, but, it was really working on mistakes from the first fight. And the game plan is if we wanted to go to the ground, we could, and if we wanted to stand up, we could, but it was just certain things I had to do. If I wanted to keep it standing up, stay light on my feet and keep moving. I paid for it. I got push kicked in the face, and and that was one thing. And then, if we go to the ground, people forget that I'm wrestle and I have a black belt in jiu-jitsu. That was another thing, but it was just things like that. So really just working on my mistakes.
How do you feel about your striking tonight?
My striking could have been a lot better. Could have been a lot more active. I realized that he definitely came. He prepared a little bit different than what we expected, and I had to adjust on the fly. That was really where it came into, I feel like the first round my strikes were winning, but then after the first round, this guy just kept pressing and kept pressing. No matter how hard you hit him, this dude keeps coming. So, that's why I had to rely on my wrestling at that point, So I've been boxing for so many years and know how to fight on my back leg and know how to move, so it was nothing new to me.
What was when you look at the night, and I know you're going to feel these emotions and you're going to notice more things as the night goes on, what was the best part of it? Was it just getting the win, get in there, or being able to spend that and share that moment with your family and being able to do something that could make your family proud all out there at the same time?
It was the whole fight week, man. I have my coworker, Coney, in my corner. He's been a big part, of just me being back, taking care of me, making sure that, I'm on top of my stuff, my training, making sure I'm doing my due diligence. Hey, you're going to the gym, you're doing this, you're eating right, you're doing this, you know what I mean? So, I had that guy on my back. So once one of my corners fell out, I felt like it was a perfect opportunity to put him in because you will never get another opportunity like that to do it. And I'm glad I got to share it with him because, like I said, it's a team effort. And, he's a part of it, and me and John been working for a year now. And I feel like I improved from the first fight. Hopefully he says I do. And, and then, I got to build a relationship with my Muay Thai guy, Chris, and, we're going to build into a lot more skills after this, and we've been working for, 6-7 weeks, me and Chris, but I know we can do a lot more things. And, my dad was here. That was a great moment. I blew up on fight week with my son, me talking trash, fight week. The video came out, the next level, it came out. So, I just had to learn how to accept it all. So I think as a whole, I got to learn a lot about myself this week. So that as a whole was a great week.
And I don't know if you got to see the video or if you saw what was happening. It looks like your pops was making some bets out there, or maybe some money. He pulled out his wallet at some point. Did you see that?
Hey, I'm glad he did that. You know what I mean? It was a lot of trash talk. Trust me, people didn't believe I can win. You know, and definitely get a good vet like him. So, you know, my pops believe in me. I believe in myself. So, and then my pops in there, he knows like I'm confident. So, you know, he gonna put those bets every single time. You know, he's gonna get his money back. So, I love to see it. That's funny though. I'm gonna talk to him about that.
It was hilarious. It was so funny because the camera did a zoom in and he's got his wallet out and he pulled some stuff.
Yeah, let's bang. Big bang, take a little bang. Let's do it. You know what I mean? Like let's run through the money, man. Let's go.
And I know as a fighter, you know, you're always trying to grow and you're always, you know, that you're always going to get better. I don't know if you ever played video games, but if you had to rate yourself right now, percentage-wise, in your player, where will you rate what you are now to where you will be? Are you 60% of what your greatness can be at some point? Are you 50%? Where are you at right now?
You know, I'm gonna say I'm gonna get 60. You know, I'm like a 60 overall in like NBA 2K. You know, I'm a brown shirt. I'm a brown shirt. You know, and the only reason why I say that, man, is because I keep getting more comfortable, you know, out there, and I'm getting more confident in myself, and you know, and I'm trying more things, and I'm taking more risk, and it's paying off. You know, and next fight I'm gonna take more risk, and I'm gonna try new things, and then I'm gonna keep growing. You know, so I feel like I'm a brown shirt, you know, in 2K, and I'm gonna say get, you know, 73, 74 overall. You know, I'm not gonna give myself a, you know, 65 when you start off. You know, I'm gonna give myself like a 74, but you know, I'm just gonna keep improving. You know, and then I'm 27. And I just fought a tough vet, man. Like, come on now, like, you can't tell me like, you know, I didn't go out there and show at least a little bit of what I can do in this sport.
So you're gonna enjoy the moment for a little bit, or are you back in the, you know, the gym on Monday and trying to get some work again? What's next right now?
First, I'm gonna get an X-ray on this hand. Obviously, that's what I'm about to do. And then after that, man, I'm gonna be working with one hand. I'm gonna get back to the gym, work with one hand, you know, and then just, man, I mean, shit, John Woods doing it. He got one shoulder. So at least I can fight with one hand, you know what I mean? But my legs still work, you know. I have one hand and two legs, you know. So it's going to be right back in the gym. Give me like I said, I'm going to take this week off, head back to Victorville, go see my old team, hang out with my mom a little bit, and then I'll be back in the gym in a week. And you can ask John, man, I like staying in the gym. I work. That's one thing I do. Like, I work. I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not talented at all. And I don't know why people keep saying I'm athletic and I'm all this, man. I work my butt off. See, I didn't cuss John, but I work my butt off, man, every single day. And that's what I knew was eventually this was going to have to pay off. And I work hard, man. Like, every single thing that I've got, my athletic ability that people talk about, I was the least athletic person in the world, but I worked. I was trying to change my body. Boxing, I was the worst one. I kept boxing. Wrestling, I was the worst one in the room. And I just kept doing it. So like I keep saying, my testament in my life is hard work works, you know, and eventually you're going to figure this shit out. Damn it, my bad.
Hey, compared to the other day, you're doing a lot better. You're doing a lot better. Obviously, you got to get the hand x-ray, make sure you know, and if there is a break, you're going to have to heal from that. But once that gets sorted, are you hoping to get maybe a couple more times in the cage this year?
Let's get back. You know, let's see what they say about my hand first, you know, and then after that, like, I'm going to be in the gym training. No need to, like, slow down. There's nothing to celebrate. Like, I keep telling you guys, if it's not top 15, then it doesn't matter, you know? A good win over a good veteran, that's cool. But you know what? I need to see a number by my name, you know? So that's my next goal right now.
All right, well, congrats on the victory. I hope your dad made lots of money out there.
Me too, shit. I want some.
When you heard 30-27, you looked a little surprised. What did you think when you heard the scores being read out?
I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, John. You know, I felt like the second round towards the end, it could have went either way. You know, so I thought it was 29-28 for sure. But then I heard two judges 30-27. I was like, Like, I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm not like one of these guys who's like, yeah. No, I for sure got 1 and 3. Second one was up in the air. So, I mean, I'm grateful that I got it. But let's be honest. You know, I feel like he took the second round. That's what I took from it. And I knew I had to go out in the third and win it.
I think we often talk about the hand affecting striking. If you hurt your hand, it affects your striking. How much did it affect the grappling and trying to control him?
It was the little things that he was doing. You know, keeping his Z guard. That was a good thing he was doing. His coach was telling him, like, methodically, like, do this, do that. You know, and I was listening to Wood as well. You know, trying to trap it and stop it. And then, but like, you know, it's one of the things I got to get back and probably grapple some more. You know, and you know, maybe I could have kept him, but like in the third round, I trapped that hand. You know what I mean? I trapped the hand, pulled him over, stayed on top. You know, I just really couldn't hit him with this right hand. But, you know, just get back into grappling, get back into those movements, and then, you know, just come right back.
There was a moment, I think, real early in the fight, first couple seconds, you went to throw a jab, and he really slipped out of the way, and you kind of, like, nodded, like, kind of took it in. Did you kind of feel a timing thing there, or what did you feel there?
You know, my jab's going to be my number one, you know, and we always say that in my stand-up. So when I came out with the jab, and he slipped. He was actually more quicker than what I thought. That's what I should say. Like, he was a lot quicker than I thought. He did start fading towards the end because I heard him breathe. But, like, towards the second round, he started breathing. But when it started, he was a lot quicker with the slip. And I was like, oh, shit, hell yeah. Like, I like this, man. Like, I like this, you know. And then that was pretty much it. I gave him respect for that.
One of the things he said was that you wouldn't be able to last in the third round. He would dominate the third round if it got there. Leading up to the fight, he said that. Did it make it feel better to win the third round in that case?
Oh, I mean, I didn't even know he said that, but I really don't watch people's interviews. You know, I'm too busy focused on myself and my life and what I got to do to improve. Well, if that's the case, let's talk some shit back. He was breathing the whole time, and I told you I was gonna make his fat ass work. So other than that, I don't know what you want to say, but no, my cardio's my thing, man. I really pride myself in my jab and my cardio and my wrestling. So you would never see me in here not being in shape because I pride myself in that.
And the last thing is you talked about the emotion, your family. You kind of look around to see the faces. You had a little bit of time as he walked in to just be kind of stand in the cage and look around. How did you kind of balance the emotion of the moment, but also like staying ready to fight?
When Next Level Part 2 comes out, you're going to see me crying like a little girl in the back. That's how I dealt with my emotion. I like to cry. So my thing is I'd rather cry, get it out, because, you know, like when Cowboys say, you get the little bitch out and then you go out there and compete, that's me. You know, let's get that out the system. Once we get that out the system, then we can go to work. And that's what I did. I just cried in the back like a little girl. And then when I got there, and then after that, once I walked through, I was just like, yeah, like, there go my parents. There go this person. There go this person. All right, man, let's go have some fun.
I'd say the last one, but one more. If your dad was betting, are you getting a cut of that?
No, man, my dad's cheap. My dad's cheap as hell, man. But, I mean, that's funny, though. I don't even know what to say to that. Look, excuse you, so you gonna bleep this out, but that's some nigga shit. That is why niggas don't get out the hood because of the shit like this. Cause that's crazy. But yeah, that's funny. It's fucking funny.
Hey, Jamal, back here. You said 14 years is a long time to get to the big dance, to where you feel like you belong and everything. Yeah. On Wednesday, you were talking to us about you don't want fighters to pretend to be gangster and all that stuff, because if they went where you grew up, they bail real quick.
Yeah.
What kind of message do you send to the kids that are growing up watching you, saying, "Hey, he's where I'm from. He's from here." What message do you send to them? You know,
I got so much love from people from my city, man. Like, they really watch, and they gave me, they were messaging me. It's this long message. I don't even have my phone, but it made me tear up because a guy said, "You're gonna be the hope that we need for the city," and he was like, "You're gonna have to hold the weight for the city for a while until the next person comes," and it means a lot, man. But, to the kids, man, it ain't cool being tough, man. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I didn't get anything from being tough, man. And I can honestly say that with the best of my abilities. I got friends that's been killed. I have family that's been killed. And you get nothing from being tough in this world, So for me, it's this my way out, man. This is a testament to myself. This is something that I made to myself, Even when I was training as a young kid, I was always 50-50, I want to do what everybody else is doing, you know what I mean? And then I want to fight at the same time, but I want to go back and do this, and man, you don't get anything, man. I've cried more. I wore so many rest in peace shirts in my life, man. So I just want to tell these kids, man, just go after your dream, man. And if they say you lame or whatever, man, fuck them. See, I cuss, my bad, but shit, man. But just, because it's going to pay off later on, Trust me. You got the little hood rats and shit like that in the hood. And, of course, you want to be all cool and stuff like that. But once you leave, man, you're going to realize, like, I tell kids, once you make it out the hood and you start traveling, once you start going to different restaurants, once you start seeing different places, man, you don't want to go back. I ain't going to lie to you. My black ass ain't going back. Like, I'm going to stay in the nice restaurants. You can call me bougie. You can call me all that. But it ain't nothing tough, being, like, tough ain't cool, man. But, taking care of your family, being on your stuff, being a man of your word, integrity, that's cool. You know what I mean? That's what sells, you know what I mean? And that's when people go relate to you the most, But out here trying to, my mom always said, keep up with the Joneses, you know what I mean? It's not going to pay off in the end, man. So invest in yourself, and it's going to pay off.
Other than probably a bunch of ice on the hand or something, how are you going to celebrate tonight?
Actually, can you guys post this? Coney, I got you. Look, because you didn't remind me. Any baddies, we're going to XS tonight. Marshmallow is playing. We have a section, and we have bottles. Only if you're cute. Come to XS, 10 o'clock. We're going to be there. That's all I'm letting you guys know. Head over there, and I'm gonna see around like 11 o'clock. This Casamigo gonna make this hand numb. So I got you, man.
All right, man. Congrats.
Thank you.
I just have one for you.
Yeah.
You mentioned earlier in the interview that this was like a thing you checked off your bucket list. What's the next thing on your bucket list?
Ooh, it's not a confidence thing, you know, everybody say it, but the next thing on my list, to be honest with you, is to make the top 15. We got to set these short goals. You know, Joe Daddy Stevenson always told me, you set the short goals, short-term goals and long-term goals. And he said, if you don't do the short-term goals, the long-term goals never come. And now, do my due diligence, train, you know, do everything right. And then now just go in there and, you know, go and get the top 15, get a number by my name. So that's my next goal on my list.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.